Okay. So thank you guys so much for being on the call. I know we have actually added, oh my goodness, like 30, I think 32 team members this month on the big Plexi Peeps team page, which is amazing. It's just funny. So I've been a part of Plexus for a little over 3 years now. My name's Erin Gray. I am a Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and Ruby is kind of right in the middle of all the different rankings and stuff. So I'm able to make a pretty good salary monthly, just helping people get healthy and making myself healthy. So it's been pretty awesome. But like I said, I've been a part of the company for a little over 3 years now. I was a labor and delivery nurse before this, and now I stay home with my kids and I homeschool them. I call me crazy. I probably am. Um, but that's kind of what the Lord called me to do. And so I'm just being obedient and taking it a year at a time. But I have 3 kids, 11, 9, and 6. And I'll kind of just give you a quick 2-minute, little blurb about, what kind of Plexus has done for me. And so you can kind of have a backdrop for that. But so I was a nurse, I'm a runner, mom, healthy eater, all those kinds of things were just kind of what I did. But I have high cholesterol, had high cholesterol. It ran in my family. Seasonal allergies, really bad. Like I'd said a minute ago, we were talking, and cottonwood trees were horrible for me. I had major gut health issues when I would, come home after eating places. My stomach would get really torn up. I was miserable the whole car ride home. And I didn't know what was causing it. I went on a really strict eating for a couple months thinking, this is before Plexus, thinking that would solve the problem. Cut out gluten, dairy, all that sugars, all that kind of stuff. And it didn't go away. It was still bothering me. So my friend Mandy had actually approached me about Plexus, and she simply said, listen, I know you struggle with some of these things. And she kind of listed some things because we used to be running buddies together. And she's like, I think this could really help you. And I think you've probably got some friends and family that could also benefit from these products. Can I share about it with you? So she shared, and I was like, well, I'm willing to try it. I trust you. She herself had just started like 2 months before me. So she was still learning, but she was just excited about what she was learning, and she shared it with me. So I said, I'll spend my birthday money. This better work, because I didn't have extra money, at the time. And so I jumped in, and, I knew that I had some family members that could benefit from it. And I thought, why not go ahead and share from the beginning? And so I just put out there on Facebook, how excited I was to try this pink drink everyone was talking about. And as I learned little nuggets about the products, I would share that. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just really excited. And so I just shared that I was excited about things. And before I knew it, my products came in, started taking them, started having friends and family ask me about the products. I was on the phone all the time with Mandy, going, okay, I'm still learning too. And, she helped me help them. And long story short, with Plexus, I've seen my cholesterol get better. My HDL, the good cholesterol, went up. The bad cholesterol went down. My seasonal allergies are pretty much almost absent. I still have itchy nose here and there, but nothing like as severe like they were. Um, I sleep incredibly hard now. I race my husband to sleep, where I would toss and turn while he fell asleep super quick. I wake up just with more energy. And the biggest thing I noticed was my gut. My gut health was so much better. I was able to start eating things that I, previously would be really upset. And I just like to have the freedom, to eat things if I felt like eating them without the fear of the pain, coming. And so those were things I started noticing with the health. With the financial, I was getting random checks in the mail for like $25 here, $12.50 here. And I'm like, what is this? And I'm asking Mandy, and she's like, well, are you helping people? I'm like, well, yeah. My mother-in-law just ordered some products. She's like, well, you're getting business building bonuses. I'm like, what is this? This is great. And so those were just huge blessings that were very unexpected with Plexus. Cause like I said, I just joined to get healthy myself, but it was a huge blessing because financially, we were really tight. My husband's in full-time ministry. He was doing engineering stuff on the side. I had just quit my nursing career, just trusting God because I wanted to be home with my kids. And so just the financial provision was very unexpected. And it was a big blessing. So from there, yeah, I mean, we were, I start being able to get my products paid for after that first month. I was making, a couple $100 a month, and I'm like, what in the world? This is crazy. I'm getting healthy. I'm helping other people, and they're somehow paying me for this. And so anyways, it was just a huge, huge blessing. And now, I'm able to make my part-time nursing pay that I used to make. I used to be a flex nurse, and I'm able to, make that and still be at home. My husband was able to stop his engineering work he did on the side of the full-time ministry work. And so, now I pretty much do Plexus, in the nooks and crannies of life, and I homeschool my kiddos. So that's kind of been my journey. It's been a lot of fun. I've really been blessed with meeting so many fun people. I mean, Lauren's on here. She's from Wisconsin. We just spent convention all together. And it was just a huge blessing getting to know them. I never would have met you guys, had it not been for Plexus. And so it's been a really fun journey. All I thought it was I was just going to get healthy. And then all this stuff's happened since then. Just because I was excited and I couldn't not share with my friends. So anyways, that's a little bit about me. What I wanted to do first of all, real quick, is go through just real quick with you guys, the success kit that you all, so hopefully all of you guys that have joined, you guys are all ambassadors, and hopefully you all purchased a welcome pack. If you purchased a welcome pack, it will be your bundle of products that you selected, along with this really cool box that will come in the mail, and it's called your success kit. Please open it. If you are an existing ambassador on here and you have not gone through this, you have done yourself a complete disservice, because this has amazing tools inside of it. Here you can see is kind of their logo. What if this could change everything? That's kind of been, I think, almost patented by Plexus now. I mean, it's kind of their saying for a lot of things, because that's the question. I mean, what if this could change everything for your health, for your family's health, for your finances, all that. But inside this really amazing box, you will see there's a bundle of different things. You get a really awesome little silver Plexus bracelet, which I just think that's great. I mean, I carry water bottles around, my little Plexus bracelet around. Those are just great ways for people to say, what's that? What's Plexus? And it's a great conversation starter. So I love that they give us that from the beginning, because it just provides people with an opportunity, a conversation starter if you want it. Inside there, you will find this quick start guide. This is the top 10 steps to start strong with your Plexus journey. This does have some gearing towards your business if you're at all ever interested in the business. I know a lot of people first join kind of like I did, going, I just want to get healthy, and when I think I have a story, then I might start sharing. But I would encourage you, kind of like I did at the beginning. I thought I was like, I'm not a salesperson. Well, I never had to sell. I just had to share what I was excited about. And so anyways, I would encourage you just to consider, that kind of stuff. But in this 10 steps thing, what it says is be a product of the product. First of all, you've got to be taking your products. So I will go through at the end of this, we'll kind of go through some of the products. And I want to make sure if any of you guys on here, have products that you're going to be starting, that you feel fully equipped to take them when you need to take them. So being a product of the product is incredibly important. Getting your water intake is the most critical thing, because as you clean out and detox your body, you got to make sure you're flushing those toxins out. You get rid of them by urinating and having bowel movements, and you've got to have water in order to excrete all of that. So if ever you're going, I feel kind of crummy, it's probably because you're detoxing and you aren't drinking enough water. If you do drink water, at the very, very beginning, you're probably going to notice if you have not drank half of your body weight in ounces of water normally, you are going to want to do that now. And with that, you're probably going to start going to the bathroom a lot more often at the very beginning, because your body is more than likely dehydrated. It has no idea what to do with all this water, so it's just excreting it as quickly as you take it in. I promise with a week or two into it, you will not be going to the bathroom as frequently, because your body will start to actually absorb that water like it needs to. I mean, it's been a dehydrated plant, and that water just runs right through the dry soil until it starts being able to be absorbed. So I want to make sure that water intake is incredibly important. If you also tag along, if you're dealing with candida gut health issues and you tag along eating healthier with your Plexus products, you are going to see the results even faster. Probio5, which I can go over in a little while, is going to kill off candida. And as it's doing it, if you are also feeding candida with sugar, carbs, and alcohol, then you are kind of doing your body a disservice. Do not work against the products that you are starting. Work with the products, and I promise you, you will see results. Promise you, hands down. These are measurable results. You can see them in blood work. You can see them in measurements. You can see them in the way you feel, and then you will also see them in the scale. But like I said, you've got to work with the products. You cannot be working against them, or you will not see the results that you want to see. So just, that's kind of an off tangent. That's not even on this top 10 list. But anyways, okay, number 2, get to know your ambassador success kit. Spend time in this kit that I'm going over. It has amazing tools for you guys. Tools that you might think you don't need now and you're going to want to need later, but I would recommend reading through your success kit stuff so you feel fully capable and equipped for the products, and in case somebody does ask you a question about the products. State your why. It wants you to actually, and it goes through this in your success kit that you'll get here. It also has, let me see, that's a section. Where did I put it? Pulled all the stuff out. Anyways, it has this little booklet. Here it is. This one, it says, let's get you started. The Plexus Success Guide. This is something everyone should read. Everyone should look through it. It is going to equip you as far as the products. It's going to equip you as far as if you do ever want to share about the products, about how to share. I mean, it gives you, messages you can send, wording you can say, tools that you can go to. It's just really, really helpful. So I would encourage each and every one of you guys to do this. That's number 2, getting to know your success kit. 3 is state your why. I want you to sit down, and in a little bit, Julie's going to talk to you guys, and we just want you to share real quick kind of tonight, like why you decided to start Plexus. We'd love to hear that, but I want you to spend more time your own personal self. Just like when any of us do a health journey and you say, okay, I'm drawing the line. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to eat healthy, blah, blah, blah. You have to have a reason. You have to have a why. You have to have motivation so that day comes and you don't want to get up and you don't want to exercise, or you don't want to this or you don't want to that. You have to have a reason why you're doing it. Maybe it's because you're miserable right now and you want to be able to play with your kids. Maybe it's because whatever your reason why, you've got to have a reason why. And so I want you guys to spend time thinking about that. Your next 5, you need to connect with your sponsor, your upline. Whoever signed you up with Plexus, they're one of your sponsors, but we have a big team. I have my Plexi Peeps team page. All of you guys are on that. I would encourage you to get on there, look in the files section, engage on that team page. So we welcome people back. If you have questions about your products, about anything, make sure that you can comment on there. So that's one of your things about connecting with your sponsors and your upline. You also need to make a Frank's list, okay? A Frank's list is something I just want you to sit down and think, if you have 10 friends and family that might possibly benefit from these products, I want you to write those down. I know you don't really care possibly right now about reaching out to people, but when you start loving these products, you're going to go, oh my gosh, my mom needs these products, or whatever. And I want you to have a list of an idea of people that might be able to benefit from these products, or even the financial benefit of having a stay-at-home company. So that's your Frank's list. I know I'm kind of going through these quick because I don't want to, lull you guys to sleep. You have all of this stuff you'll be able to read through. Don't be afraid to have face-to-face gatherings with your friends. If you're out there drinking your pink drink, it's an amazing way to share. Back office. Okay, so each of you guys have created a website when you first signed up. It is called your back office. You can log into your website, and from there you can do anything that you need to. You can shop from there. They have a training section. You can go in and it kind of educates you on how to use your back office. There's a section at the top, and it's tools. Under tools, there's a section on shareables. Your shareables is going to be all kinds of absolutely incredible information about each and every one of the products. And in that same location, it allows you to share it with people. It allows you to email it to yourself, email it to people. What I did the other day when our new products came out, Vital Biome, Plexus, the X Factor Plus, I went into the shareable section and I opened those up and I printed off the PDF because I wanted, as a nurse, I was like, I want to highlight these things. I want to understand what these amazing probiotics are going to do for my body and for other people's bodies. So I would encourage you guys to get on there. Don't feel like you have to learn everything. Do not learn everything at first. Just learn what pertains to you right now. Go learn about the pink drink. Go get on your tools. Go to your shareables. Go look up Plexus Slim. Go read about it. I promise you will get excited, and you actually might read a few things and you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so needs to hear this. And you might think about them, share a nugget with them. I'm getting ready to start this journey. Would love for you to do it with me. You don't know what might come from that. So get in your back office, do the training, look around. You guys all need to make sure that you have a convenience order set up. If you have not set up a convenience order, I think it's over under shopping, or maybe it's under accounts. I can't remember which tab. Maybe someone can make in the comments in the chat section which section that's about. But you go into your backup order and set up what they call a convenience order. That is something that's going to come to you regularly monthly. You can set that two different ways. You can make it where it's absolutely unconditional. I want these products to ship to me every single month, no matter what. Or you can go in like I do, and I make it conditional. What conditional means that if I have not ordered anything all month, and I pick the date of the 28th, and I want by the 28th, I want my triplex to come to me. If I have forgotten or not ordered anything, I want this to come. That's what I do, because I like to be able to order it whenever I want to order it, but I don't want to forget, and I don't want my products not to come that month. And so I have my convenience order set up to conditional, meaning it's only going to come in the event I haven't ordered or people haven't ordered through my website. If you guys are ordering multiple products and you are going to be reaching 100 PV or more, PV is product volume. If you're going to be spending over 100 PV or more, you're going to earn commission even on your own products. So let's say you and another person in your household are buying the triplex. You're getting two of those. So you're spending about $200. That means anything over the initial 100, you're going to get 15% commission on. So out of that 100, you're going to get 15 bucks on that next 100 that you just spent. However, if you do not have your convenience order turned on, I do not believe, I think that's the way they made it now, you will not get your commission. So if you want your commission that you're going to earn just by purchasing your own products, you need a convenience order set up. Just set it the most basic little triplex if that's what you want to set it for. But just make sure it's turned on. You can make it, like I said, you can make it conditional. So you can order at the beginning of the month if you want, but by the end of the month, that's just going to guarantee that I get my products, because Plexus isn't going to pay you commission if you're not, in their eyes, taking the consistent products. So if you're not ordering the products, then they're not going to pay you your commission. That makes sense, being a product of the product. So make sure you have your convenience order turned on. If you have problems with that, don't know how to do it, make sure and call me or one of your sponsors, message us. We can help walk you through that. But that's really important in your back office to make sure that's set up. And then trainings in there, tools are under there, all of those great things. Let's see, number 9 is explore the Plexus Learning Center. Yes, there's a Plexus learning area. Get business cards if you're interested in sharing about the products. They're super cheap on Etsy. You can get like, gosh, I think I got for like 25 bucks. I think I got like 2,000. I've got so many business cards. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got way too many. But it was a cheap price. So, and last one, get connected, stay connected. We are constantly doing things like this. We're going to start doing more of these regular team Zooms once a month. I am trying to have some local events regularly because I am a blue. If you know anything about personalities, I love to have fun. I love to be with people. I love relationships, and I love helping people. I'm also a lot of yellow, which is the helping side. We are here to help you. So get connected, stay connected. This is a community. We want to provide a community in order for you to have resources, and in order for you to feel like you have people to turn to when you have questions, or people to just celebrate your, the positive things that are happening in your life. So that is a little bit, Julie, I want you to get ready because I'm going to unmute you in a second. Hopefully you're around. I know your little video went off. She's got little ones around too, so it might be loud. Okay, so last real quick, a couple more things in your welcome kit. You've got this, what if this could change everything? This is a great little brochure thing about the opportunity. These are great to have in your car in case you do, you are meeting with someone. Guys, I will tell you, I have had so many friends that have started doing network marketing, and I could kick myself in the rear for not reaching out to some of these friends of mine from college, because now they're doing network marketing businesses at home, and they're selling like lip gloss and stuff like that. I'm like, you guys, people don't need lip gloss like they need life-changing health products. And so it's one of those things, I'm like, I wish I would have got to them first, and I would have been brave enough to reach out to them and tell them the opportunities that this could have provided. And that's what these little brochure things are, that are the opportunity list. It goes through kind of the commission things. You can give these to people. You can pass them out to people. You can hand them to them and say, hey, you know what, I'll check with you next week. And you can even say, I'll come back and pick that up from you if they're local. That way it gives you another reason to get together with them. But Plexus gave us all these things in here. They also gave us Learn to Earn. This is going to walk you through all the 11, yes, I said 11 ways that we get paid from Plexus. It's absolutely insane what they pay you for. It's absolutely incredible. They also have just a great little card that's, personally from our CEO in them. It's got a great little audio thing. You can hear him, telling him, great job, you're going to do awesome. And then little thank yous. These are to send to people, as they order products or whatever you want to use them for. So that is a little bit quick blurb about the welcome kit. Please, guys, get in, look at the success guide and make sure and use that. So I want to turn it over real quick to Julie Plant, and I want her to share us her testimony, her story. Julie, I'll let you unmute yourself if you can do that. But she's going to share with us just a little bit about her testimony and kind of why she got started on Plexus. And go ahead, Julie.
Okay. Is my internet working okay? Okay. I wasn't for sure. We're still on vacation in Oklahoma, so definitely a business that can fit in the nooks and crannies and short chunks of time that you have. So my quick story, really, I'm going to share my most recent story of what Plexus is doing for me, which if you've read anything about the X Factor Plus and the Vital Biome and the new reformulated Slim, I was having horrible hot flashes since January, and I have had 3 since starting those new products. And so, if I know they're awful, I hope nobody ever has to have them, but hot flashes, it doesn't sound like it would be hideous, but it's really not fun. And so that's kind of my short health blurb testimony. It's my most recent. I have lost weight. Cholesterol has gone down. I have seen the financial side of it when I'm consistent and I'm committed and I'm really doing what I know to do to help others, then the business does really well for me. So just some goals, because part of what I wanted to do tonight was just to get to know the people that are on. And like Erin talked about, we all had a why to get started. Well, we all also have an end goal that we'd really like to see happen, and that can be health goals, that could be financial end goals that we want. So kind of my short-term goals when I very first started 3 years ago under Erin was to go silver. Because I knew if I went silver, then the financial piece, my products start to be paid for. So my goal was to share with 3 people. After I shared with 3 people, then my goal kind of bumped up to, I want 500 PV, whether that meant reaching out and getting customers. So then the 500 PV, and that's been, going silver is my goal every month. I look at the beginning of the month and I say, I want to go silver. So I'm challenging myself to continually share and not rest on, just the 3 people that I shared with the previous month. Even though you're continuing, it's like a cycle. You're continuing to pour into them and they're learning something new, but then you're also bringing new people in on your team. So my monthly goals are always to have 500 PV and to go silver. And then I did some long range kind of goals for myself. Erin mentioned earlier when we first got on the call, I do have 5 kids. 3 older children, but we adopted a year ago 2 young girls, and they are, Dane will be 5 in July, and Sailor is 3. And so kind of starting our family all over again. But so some of my financial goals for them pertain to just being stable financially. We had thought we were going to be maybe empty nesters in the next few years, and that's not going to happen. We're going to have little ones. So making sure that we have some of those long-term financial things in place for us. My husband also, over the road, we have a flatbed trucking company. So the more that Plexus is able to provide for us, for him to be at home more and work the business and not solely depend on that business. So that's kind of a long-term goal as well. But those long-term goals are really broke down into my short-term, going silver every month. I am a gold ambassador, so I have the rank up goal as well. So I would love to hear from the people that are on the call tonight, kind of what your goals are, whether it's health related or financial related, so that I can even help better support you. So I don't know if Erin wants to unmute people.
Yeah. So real quick, because I want to hear from, it looks like we've got 4 others on here. This Zoom, I told Julie, I said, the little free Zoom app that I have, it actually, I was hoping to be done in the 45 minutes, but we actually got on before everybody else did. So it's about to cut us off in about 6 minutes. So I think now, would you guys mind? I'm going to close the Zoom and just type back in, go exactly how you joined right now. Just join back again, because then we can hear from the 4 of you guys and it'll kind of start our time over. So if you guys don't mind, just for 1 second, I'm going to shut it down and just log right back in, and then I'll mute you guys and kind of unmute you all and let you guys talk. So please come back, because I want to hear, and then we're going to go through all the products here at the end too. So, okay. Yay. Looks like we just lost one person. Maybe they're trying to get back on. Okay, so I'm going to unmute. Let's see. Lauren, you're on. Would you go ahead, Lauren, real quick and share just a little bit, like she said, kind of who you are and kind of why you joined Plexus, and then we'll have Trevor talk separately.
Okay, so I'm Lauren. I joined almost a year ago. I joined for the health benefit originally, because I have an autoimmune disease and I struggle with energy level really bad. Since Plexus, I actually feel normal. I feel like I'm actually living instead of barely surviving. That alone is the biggest blessing in the world to me. You know, I'm not missing out on hanging out with friends because I'm too tired. You know, that was a very often thing for me. So, I'd say that's what my why was in the beginning, and now I'm working towards the business part, because one day when Trevor and I have children, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. So why not start now and start working towards my future goals?
That's awesome. Well, you know, I mean, I think you met Jordan, and she's like 25 or whatever, and she's Emerald. So she has the Lexus. She goes to Maui every year. Like, and she's, yeah, it's pretty amazing. And now she's doing like health coaching and all these things as a side, you know, just because she's loved it so much. So that's awesome. So that would be kind of your short term. Would you have, what about like any short term health goals along with your kind of financial goals?
Stay healthy.
Yeah.
That is always a goal for me.
Yeah.
Deal with some of my current battles that I have health-wise right now.
Yeah.
Which I'm working on those, but you know, take it as it comes.
I'd really like to get you and Mandy, maybe we could get in a 3-way call to kind of talk about just your specific health issues and kind of your regimen of taking products and that kind of stuff, to really make sure we're targeting, you know, your Hashimoto's and all that kind of stuff as good as we can.
I would love that.
Okay, let's do that. What about you, Trevor? Why did you start taking Plexus, and what are some of your goals?
Why did I start taking Plexus? Because all you guys convinced me to, that's why.
Because we're so cool.
I agree. And that's another reason why, of course. But no, I actually, believe it or not, I'm starting to come around to this pink drink pretty well. It's actually, instead of having to come home and take a nap after work because I feel like I've been beaten down for 40 hours in one day, I'm actually staying awake, so I'm not struggling to be super tired. And then on top of that, I moved from where I was working to a different place. So instead of an hour and a half drive home, I got a half-hour drive home, which is definitely a help and is nice. But
yeah,
that's kind of helping me stay awake.
Tell her about ease.
Ease was nice. It actually, knock on wood, I get really bad knee pains like throughout the course of a day because I'm usually sitting on concrete.
Yeah.
Or some sort of just walking around on my feet all day. You know, I'm do pipe fitting. I'm a welder, so that's kind of just the nature of what I do. But after a couple of days of taking ease, my joint pain started getting better.
Good.
Which actually I have to order another bottle of it, but that was a huge help, and I was impressed because usually when it gets really really bad, I'll take ibuprofen, but I try like the fish oil and some others. I can't remember what else I tried, but that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
And
It was also Walmart brand, and
Yeah.
we all know the quality difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to have that's going to be like 80% water and then maybe a little bit of the actual fish oil and stuff. Well, and Trevor, real quick, because I'll kind of just hit on it since you just mentioned Ease. So everybody else knows. So Ease is one of our pain management products that we have. They're capsules you can take. There's also cream you can take. The capsules, we really recommend people kind of building up. Basically, it's the green lip mussel from New Zealand is what the ingredient is. And if you just look it up, the benefits of green lip mussel, you'd be like, oh my word. That's amazing. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So it is going to provide, and it also has like turmeric and stuff in it too, which is also an anti-inflammatory. But if you look up just what that does for your body, that's what it is. I mean, it's going to target inflammation. So people with rheumatoid arthritis, joint issues, fibromyalgia, people who have any kind of chronic inflammation, it's something that is going to help. And like we'll say, our products are not going to cure things. So are you going to have some aches and pains if you suffer with rheumatoid arthritis? Yes, you are. But are we able to help subside some of those difficulties? For sure. I mean, so Trevor, my hopes are that you would have better days than bad days. It's not going to say every single day is going to be perfect. Because, I mean, imagine if you weren't taking some of the products, how bad some of your days might really be. So that's great. I'm glad to hear that you started the Ease because I know you had talked about that a little bit. So
well, I haven't taken Ease for probably a better of a week or two now because I haven't ordered it. But
yeah,
my knees and just my legs from my feet up to my knees, they start throbbing really bad.
Yeah.
It's starting to do it again, and it's really bothering. But
well, then you just need to get your order placed. And I think that's the thing too, just to remind you, with the Ease, a lot of the times at the beginning, we tell people to kind of build up a level because if you think you've got all this chronic inflammation going on in your body, then you need to take a lot of these natural anti-inflammatory to bring down that inflammation. But then if you stop it with time, that chronic inflammation is going to start to come back and you're going to start feeling it. So really, once you take the Ease and you get that kind of difficulty under control, if you'll just take kind of the maintenance dose of it, which is like 2 a day, as opposed to what at the beginning you kind of build up a lot to really address some of that inflammation. And as you get it down, if you can just stay on top of that inflammation with just a small amount of the Ease on a regular basis, that should help subside some of that so it doesn't build back up to that chronic inflammation that you deal with. So
I actually just gave him the bottle when we got home from Vegas of what I had left.
Okay.
And so that's what he took. So
Good.
he still has to order his own,
Yep. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for sharing that. I'll go ahead. Let's see, Dawn, if you're free, I'm going to unmute your phone. There you go. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. So would you mind sharing a little bit about who you are and where you live?
Sure. I live in Plumboro, so the east side of the city in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I work full time, so I'm not so interested, and I do sales, so I'm not so sure I want to take on another sales job.
Totally.
But I certainly have a lot of family and friends in the area that could benefit. So, my husband actually has celiac, so he is taking the stance, I'll wait and see how you do, and then maybe I'll come over. So,
okay. Are you on the testimonies page by chance? Do you know if you've been added to that?
I don't know if I have, and I'll be honest with you. I am on the computer all day for work.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I've been on the computer that much. So
is he on the computer?
Yes. So I try to in the evenings, like walk away so I don't kill my eyesight.
Yeah.
So I haven't done as much as maybe I could.
Okay.
But I am by far more interested in the benefits from a health perspective. I have high blood pressure, and I'm on medication, and I desperately want to get off.
Okay.
And I've battled a weight problem my entire life, as has most of I have 3 sisters and my daughter, so my older daughters. So I just think that it would be something interesting to try. I've enjoyed all of the postings by Stacy on her website. I think it's very motivating. So I just think that
She's
it was.
amazing. She is so amazing.
Yes, I agree. I agree. So, and I like the fact that, she and you, I can tell just from the short time that, um, it's a journey for both health and her strong faith. So I like that. It kind of gives you that added pressure to make things happen. So
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. It's only been a short couple of weeks, but
What products are you currently taking?
So Slim, I just did the welcome kit, the triplex.
Okay.
So I just started the Slim, and I'm on the 2 Bio Cleanse, and actually tonight will be my first ProBio 5.
Okay.
So
perfect. Well, and with that, I mean, I know that Stacy, teaches you a lot, and so I'll kind of hit on the products as I hear what you guys are taking. So the ProBio 5, yeah, it's got 5 good strains of good bacteria. It's also got yeast killing enzymes, antifungals in there, and so that's why we start you on the Slim first. We kind of get your body dealing with the inflammation, balancing the glucose, cleaning out your fat cells and stuff. Then we add in the Bio Cleanse to make sure that's going to be an oxygenated magnesium. It's going to help kind of, it's going to move your bowels, but not to the point of like a laxative, but it's going to just help your blood cells be oxygenated and make it a favorable environment for healthy things to live. Then we add in the ProBio 5 as kind of the third step to that. Because of the antifungal, it's going to gradually start killing off that nasty fungus that grows in your gut. And like I said earlier, you feed fungus with sugars and carbs and alcohols and things like that. And so if you can partner your diet a little bit with the ProBio 5, you're going to see easier results, because what that ProBio 5 is going to try to do is it's going to try to pull out all those bad toxins. It's going to pull out all that nasty yeast and start killing it off so your body can then excrete it. The only way to get rid of fungus like that living fungus, is by starving it. Okay, or killing it. So the ProBio 5 is going to help break it up so it can be excreted. And then if you limit at least some of your sugars and carb intake, it's going to help prevent that from feeding the nasty stuff that we're trying to get rid of with the ProBio 5. So just be aware of that. I'm not saying you got to cut all sugars and carbs out completely, but if you can limit the intake of those, you're just going to assist your body in getting rid of that bad stuff quicker. And drinking water is incredibly important. Half your body weight in ounces of water, making sure that you're having at least 1 bowel movement a day. If you're not, then talk to Stacy or myself, and we can adjust your Bio Cleanse accordingly to make sure that your body is flushing all the yucky stuff out. Okay?
yes, perfect.
Okay, awesome. Very good. Well, yeah. And I mean, I love, and that's the thing, I mean, is I don't want anybody on here to think that you have to do the business, but I feel if I don't at least present the opportunity, then when the time comes, you're like, these products are amazing. I love them, that you're like, that's all you do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, go help your mom, go help your brother, go help your sister, and all that. And you just might get your products also paid for, which is another extra perk. So I love that. And yes, your honesty with not wanting to be on the computer, I totally get you. So
Okay, thanks.
Awesome, Dawn. Well, thank you for being on here.
Thank you.
Are you on the Plexi Peeps team page?
I don't know if I don't think I am, because
What's
this
your last
Stacy Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll find you on Facebook.
Okay.
And just friend request you. And I know you don't want to get on there now, but we do have a big a team page for a lot of our testimonies.
Okay.
I'll add you on that. I'll add you to my team page, and then also just on that, because that's a great place when you do feel like researching stuff.
Sure.
You type in things like celiac disease, gut pain, gallbladders, like whatever things you might come up with, and it'll pull up, keywords that people have shared of their own personal testimonies. And it's just a great place to go. I wonder if it could help with, like Lauren, I wonder if it could help with Hashimoto's. And some people are like, what? With what? And if you go type in Hashimoto's, there are people who've shared their stories on there, and then you can kind of ask them questions and dialogue with them if you need to. So
fantastic.
Resource for you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to turn off your sound, and let's see, 814572. I'm going to unmute you. I don't know who this is. Who's on the phone call with 814 area code? Are you there? They're really quiet. Is anyone there? We have a ghost caller. Dawn, shake your head. Is 814, is that Pennsylvania? Oh, hold on a minute. Let me unmute you.
Oh.
Is it Pennsylvania?
I think that's up near Erie.
Okay.
No, I don't.
It might be Stacy, because Stacy was going to try to get on the call, but
okay.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to mute you back, Dawn. I'm going to unmute you, Morgan. Hopefully it's not too crazy loud in the background. Okay. Are you there?
Hi.
Hey, girl. Okay. Would you mind just sharing a little bit about why you wanted to start Plexus, just so we all can kind of know you a bit, and then maybe some short-term, long-term goals that you might have?
Yeah, definitely. Like Erin said, my name is Morgan Laughlin, and I actually live here in her neighborhood. We live in Edmond, and I teach physical education in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And I have a daughter that is almost 11. And I was telling Erin down at the pool the other day that my cousin actually signed up to sell Plexus, and I was trying to get products through her because both of us have girls that are about the same age and suffer from a lot of like allergy problems. My daughter has severe eczema, and she's just a beautiful little girl. But you know, when they have all these things that are coming out in their skin, and it makes them self-conscious. And so we've had her to dermatologists and allergy specialists and all kinds of stuff. And so I definitely am going down the route of trying Plexus for her and I both. I'm probably on the heavier side. I do teach PE, so I'm pretty active. But I think overall health and keeping myself healthy so that I can, you know, model what I'm teaching my kids at school, I think that's important. I think the kids know that I eat healthy, and that, you know, everybody, you know, has their cheats and their sweets and things that they do. But actually being physically fit, and I know I can get there. I just need to get some health things under control. I do have thyroid disease, and so I'm on Synthroid for that. And so I'd like to see kind of how that helps regulate my thyroid. And I have depleted cortisol. And so that's another thing that I found out about 3 years ago, which was causing me some problems. And I was just really fatigued all the time. Thought I was depressed. And turns out I really wasn't. I just probably had some things going on in my body hormone-wise that was causing me problems. I have my boys pretty close. They're about 13 and a half months apart. So I think I kind of shocked my body having babies that close.
Yeah.
And kind of had some problems ever since I had my last child. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how Jaylee and I can feel. I told Erin that I do teach school, and so getting back to school, they're always turning to me for health things and wanting me to do teacher dances. And I have a lot of young teachers at school, so they're like, Morgan, will you do teacher twerk? And I mean, so I'm doing all kinds of crazy, active things, but I could just see if I'm changing and my body's changing, I'm feeling better, I'm looking better, you know, anything from like your skin looking better, that people are intrigued by that. And so I know this will ask questions, and I don't think it'd be hard for me to push that onto my friends and loved ones, but I feel like I just need to get myself going a little bit, get the products under my belt, see how they, you know, help Jaylee and I, and then move forward with it.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, and
but definitely a short-term goal would be just to get her and I going, and then I'm not opposed to ever making any extra money. So I've done a lot of things and sold Mary Kay and done things that I think, you know, it's important to take care of your skin, but I also think that it's important to take care of everything from the inside out too. And so your skin looks better if you feel better and you're treating your body well. So I'm really excited.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I do know that, you know, what you were saying with your hormones and things like that, that for sure, gut health, you know, can have a huge effect on that. And so, I mean, there's all kinds of studies out there about, you know, how that helps with the cortisol, the serotonin, I mean, all that kind of stuff. So Yes, definitely. I look forward to seeing
I'm
how.
excited.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I'm gonna hit mute on yours real quick. And the other one is Stacy's number. But she said she's got really bad reception, so she's not really able to talk much. Let's see, Sarah, you popped on and joined us. How are you, Sarah?
I'm good.
Good. So real quick, I know you kind of popped on, so you didn't hear what we were talking about. We were just, we'd kind of been sharing a little bit about, why we started Plexus and what, some short-term goals that we're hoping to see with Plexus. And then I'm going to hit on a few more products before we finish up. Would you mind sharing a little bit about who you are and where you're from and maybe why you tried to start Plexus?
Well, I ended up having bronchitis in February.
Uh-huh.
And I was on antibiotic.
Gotcha.
So I think my belly was off.
Yeah.
And I want to get my gut back into the natural environment.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's great.
Where I'm at.
Yeah, antibiotics can throw crazy havoc on our bodies. I mean, it gets rid of the bad bacteria, but it also gets rid of all the good bacteria. So, yes, definitely. Where are you from, Sarah?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay. So are you under Stacy? Are you friends with Stacy?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Very cool. Well, she's great. I know she's on the call on her phone, but she's internet's really spotty. So I'm glad you were able to pop on with us tonight. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to hit mute back on everybody real fast, and I'm just going to wrap up a few more things because I want to honor you guys' time tonight. But okay, so hitting on a few of our products real fast. So everybody is taking the Slim. You guys are all familiar. That is our cornerstone product. It's the amazing new formulation. It has prebiotics now in it. It has the new flavor of kind of the lemon berry, kind of raspberry. They say watermelon. I don't taste a lot of watermelon, but all those different flavors to them. It is much more water soluble. If you tried any of our other, the Slim previously, it was a little bit more difficult to filter out in. Sorry, hold on. Let me mute somebody who popped on. Okay, it was a little bit more difficult in order to shake it up in really cold water. This one, you can absolutely put it in cold water, which I love, putting it in ice cold water. So this is something we do recommend you taking first thing in the morning. You want to take it before you eat. It is not a requirement that you have to take it first thing in the morning. This is just what we recommend. Great thing with supplements, you can vary things. So if you're like, okay, like for instance, I know Morgan, you said you had thyroid issues and you were on some medications. Some medications say they have to be taken 2 hours or an hour or whatever before anything else goes in your body. If that's the case, totally do that. Take your thyroid medicine like normal. 2 hours or whatever later, when you're able to start doing things, do your pink drink. Some people do their pink drink while they're working out. Some people do it between breakfast and lunch. I wouldn't do it necessarily after lunch. I'd prefer everybody to do it, early in the morning, or between breakfast and lunch at the latest. Just simply what it's going to do is it's going to work on balancing your glucose. All of us, when we eat and throughout the day, we have our peaks and we have our drops as our glucoses do this. We eat, it goes up, then it drops, and you hit the afternoon crash. This is going to help because of the chromium, the alpha lipoic acid. It's going to help to balance out your glucose to a more even keel. So that's why we want you to take it earlier than later. It's also going to help detox your body. It's going to help increase your metabolism. It's going to help with inflammation and all those kinds of things. It's also, like we said, has the prebiotics in it. So prebiotics are kind of like the fertilizer to the good bacteria, the probiotics that are in your gut. There have been clinical studies now showing the prebiotic in this feeds the microbe called Akkermansia. Akkermansia is seen to be elevated in those that are at a healthy weight and decreased in those that are at an unhealthy weight. So if you think about that, if Akkermansia is usually low in those that are at a poor weight, then if you feed that Akkermansia with this prebiotic, it's going to allow that Akkermansia to flourish. Therefore, you'll start seeing some help in your weight change. That is why they're showing the clinical studies with this, is because the benefits that these prebiotics have on the Akkermansia and how Akkermansia is reflected in your gut and the way it helps your body's metabolism. Okay, so amazing with our new Slim. I'll hit on the ProBio 5. We did kind of talk about that a little bit ago. This is something I recommend taking at nighttime when your stomach acids are lower. That way it can kind of sit in your body and do its work. It's going to have the 5 good strains of bacteria in it. It's also going to have the yeast killing enzyme that's going to go in there and start chipping away at the unhealthy yeast to get it out of your body. This is something when you do the triplex, we start you at a very low dose early on, and we gradually try to build you up. Typically, we build you up to at least 2. Some people really need to get to 4. If you have really poor, unhealthy gut, we need to get you to 4 of this ProBio 5 to really clean out that candida and get a really healthy foundation. So then all these good probiotics are going to actually be absorbed, and they're actually going to be able to flourish in your gut. It's like a neighborhood. It's overgrown with unhealthy houses of the candida. So we've got to evict all those people so we can then have the probiotics move in and live in a healthy environment. BioCleanse is partnered with that. This is an oxygenated magnesium. It's going to help your body to flush out the toxins. It's going to help oxygenate your body. Magnesium is incredibly healthy for your body. You can look at all kinds of things that low magnesium can affect on your body. So this isn't just going to help your bowels to move. It's going to help your body to be healthy. This is something, it can vary a little bit as far as how much you need of the BioCleanse. Some people have the tendency to be more constipated. If so, you're going to need more of this. Some people can have the tendency of having looser stools. You're not going to need as much of this. Talk to your sponsor. Be in close contact with this. We should be talking at least at the beginning. I mean, every couple days to weekly, filling us in on how things are going. Let's see, what other ones do I have near me? X Factor Plus, you guys. If you do not have an amazing vitamin, this is what you need to start. We actually have had X Factor Plus for a long time. It's based in aloe, so it helps your body to absorb like 300 times what it normally would absorb, okay? Aloe is healing to your body, and this new X Factor Plus has that along with even more vitamins. So this is going to have, I mean, I can't even read. There are so many vitamins on the back of this. It's got all your B6, B12 to help with energy, niacin. It's got all of those things. It's also got the proprietary blend of, let me find it real quick. Well, the grapeseed. Grapeseed is known, that's where people like Julie Plant just shared. She's seeing help with hot flashes because grapeseed extract helps in that area. So if you've got hormone issues, grapeseed extract is going to help with that. We've also got, there's one other one I wanted to try. Oh, the black currant. Black currant is found, it is a natural antioxidant. So it is going to help your body to fight against cancer cells and all those kinds of things. Antioxidants are incredibly important. That's all found in this vitamin. I guarantee you, you are not going to find that in another complete vitamin, all of these aloe and all these kinds of things. So if you're looking for a healthy daily vitamin, X Factor Plus, hands down. It's also methylated. If you deal with MTHFR, it's a mutation that people can have in some genes where they can't absorb certain vitamins. These vitamins, Plexus methylated them so people can absorb them. You know what I'm talking about? Then that's great. You'll be excited. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. If you're running anybody with those issues, that's what we're here for, to help answer questions. Vital Biome, another one of our brand new products. I have that. These are 8 strains of healthy probiotics. Once you've kind of cleaned your gut out with the ProBio 5, you can add one of these in the morning to replenish even more probiotics. Some of the probiotics in here are known when they work together to be called the happiness probiotics. So you're going to hear people talk about mood stability increasing, their serotonin levels are improving because of the vital biomes. These probiotics work amazing together, and that's what they're doing with that. We have so many other amazing products. I kind of just wanted to hit on a lot of those. Mega X, if you're not taking omegas, it's a plant-based omega. Everybody needs to take that. You will not have the nasty fish burps, all that kind of stuff. We've got amazing cream, skin cream. I mean, you guys, Block is amazing. I take that. That is something, it helps you block 48% sugars and carbs from being absorbed. So that's something I'll take sometimes at nighttime before I go to bed if we've kind of eaten unhealthy, or, it's the holidays and people have made, obviously we want to encourage you to make the best food choices possible. But if you're struggling with food choices, or it's around the holidays and you just know you can't pass up grandma's banana pudding or whatever, then make sure you take your Block with that. It's going to help your body. It's going to kind of stop some of the absorption of those sugars and carbs. And it's also something you can take at nighttime to help prevent your body from absorbing all that. Trevor, y'all out of here? You waving at me? Okay. Have a good night. We're almost done anyways. Have a good night. Oh, yes. Oh, Lauren needs to be unmuted. Hold on. I can hear you.
So I just wanted to comment something real quick. Your neighbor was saying how she has thyroid disease.
Is that Morgan?
Yes.
I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah.
Hashimoto's is 90% of the cause of hypothyroidism. So I don't know
Did
if
you just
she.
find that out?
No, I've known that. So I don't know if she has that,
Hypo
but
is a low acting thyroid. Hyper is a high acting. So yeah, I don't know which direction, Morgan, which direction you are, but yes, Lauren.
I just wanted to point that out. So I mean, her and I have a lot in common with that. So
Yeah.
if she needs some support, I hear her. I mean, I feel ya.
Yeah. And
So-
that's the thing is autoimmune diseases, you guys, is rampant in all of America. I mean, and usually it's rooted in an extremely poor, unhealthy gut, because what happens is these little candida yeast spores, they start drilling into your intestinal walls. If you look up leaky gut, I challenge each one of you guys to get online, search leaky gut on YouTube. You are going to freak out about some of the things you learn that's happening in our gut because of our American diets. It's really scary. It's really sad. But the great thing is Plexus is going to target that, is going to try to get rid of that candida that's spiraling holes into your intestines. When it spirals those holes, calling it leaky gut, because what happens is now the things that are going through your intestines, your food and stuff, is now getting out of your intestines into your body, getting into your bloodstream. And what's going to happen? Your body goes, this doesn't belong out here. This is not where this stuff is supposed to be. It's supposed to be in your gut. Why are you getting out? Well, because you've got leaky holes in your intestinal walls. Okay, so that stuff gets out, your food and all that kind of stuff. And so your body, what does it start doing? It's made, our bodies are made to fight the enemy. It's good the way our bodies are made. But the only problem is now you get these autoimmune issues because your body is fighting against all these things that have now gotten out that shouldn't be out there to begin with. So your body now triggers all of these autoimmune responses, and you get this plethora of massive, mood issues, hormone issues, thyroid issues, all these kinds of things, all rooted in the fact that there was something drilling into your intestines, allowing things to get out where they shouldn't be. So yeah, I challenge all of you guys, look up leaky gut. You will freak out. And when I started researching at the very beginning of Plexus, I was like, oh my word, even more reason why ProBio5 is so important. And you've got to be patient with these guys. You've got to be patient because you have some incredibly damaged intestinal walls if you've gotten to that point, and it's going to take time. And it's not going to cure things, but it is going to aid in the healing process. So thank you, Lauren, for sharing that.
Yes.
Have a good night, friend.
Yes, take it easy.
So real fast for everybody else that's still on, I just wanted to wrap up with one or two little things. This is kind of just a highlight of some of these products. We have amazing more products too to go along. If ever you do have people asking questions, I want you to know that I'm here for you. If you get brave and you decide I really would like to not to pay for my products next month, I know I'm going to be on these for months ahead. Message me and I'll help you. Just put together a little message that you can send out to your friends, or you can post on your Facebook page about starting these products. Don't feel like you have to have an absolute massive testimony in order just to share. But if funds are difficult for you and these products are going to change your life and the funds are going to keep you from being able to purchase them, don't let that happen, you guys. I'm happy to help teach you how to share with other people. But in our back office, there's things called Rank Up Roadmap. It's going to equip you in order to grow if you do decide to go down that route. But real quick, there's some really great resources I want you all to know about. Get on YouTube. These are some people. Get a pen and some paper if you guys want to write it down. Sarah Marble. She's an amazing Plexus Diamond leader. She will answer all kinds of questions. You can go to Sarah Marble. You can look at all of her different things. She's going to answer questions about products. I post on my team page. You can even type in on my maybe product video on the search on my Plexi Peeps page. If any of you guys are not on that, please write over here in the chat comment that you're not on that, and I will add you to our team page. I want to make sure you guys have all the resources you need. But on YouTube, you guys can search Plexus U, just the letter U. That's a really great learning tool that a bunch of Plexus ambassadors have put together. And it's going to answer a whole bunch of questions for you. Christy White is a Diamond ambassador who has amazing training and teaching videos for you about the products, about the business, about anything you might possibly want to know about. I'm a Darling. She is a certified nutritionist. She has amazing scientific product videos. I have starred almost all of her videos. Those are also on my Plexi Peeps team page. I've listed, I have a couple posts. If you search, like I said, videos, you'll come across product videos. I've put a lot of I'm a Darlings in there because she is incredibly knowledgeable. So if you're wanting, the scientific knowledge, or maybe you have a friend that's wanting the scientific knowledge, it's there and we can help you guys find that. But I just enjoyed at the beginning searching and learning about Plexus Slim, learning about the ProBio 5, and learning about the BioCleanse. So those are the products that I take from the beginning, and now I've taken, the X Factor and Omegas and all that too. But just a great place for you guys to start. Plexus Power Tools is a website you can also get lots of information off of. But I am here. Julie is here. We lead the team page on my Plexi Peeps page. I am so thankful to have each one of you guys on this call tonight. I hope you leave with some kind of nugget of more information. I do want to have team meetings once a month, just so we can help you guys troubleshoot, walk with you through this journey. You're not doing it alone. We all have the same goals: to get healthy, to live a happier life, because we feel better. So anyways, I'm going to real quick unmute everybody just so I can say goodbye. It's okay if it's noisy. Don't worry about it. Thank you all for being on the call tonight.
Bye, Erin. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Have a wonderful night.
You say, I'm